We are back again with Grant. This time he's speaking about songs, about music now. What are a sort of songs? What that music that we should do in church or as we gather as a means of worship? Because you find that like here in Uganda, if a song has a word Jesus, then that is a gospel song, that is a worship song, so long as it has Jesus. Even if you sing other your words, and then it comes in with Jesus, then hey, that is a gospel song. It's Jesus. You may find that even someone like a prostitute or like those that do secular music come up with a song and they put in Jesus and it will be termed a gospel song. And you find others even doing that in church, like, oh, we are worshiping. So let us share about that. What are the sorts of songs to do in church or as we gather? Thank you.
Yeah, well, if people watching this video now have seen the earlier videos that we made, it might sound like I don't think singing together can be worshipful to God.
Okusinza oba okwembera awala tekitegeeza nti kusinza Katonda.
True. I think singing together, I believe that music has a particular ability to help us connect with God and with each other.
Ikkiriza nti okusinza Katonda kituyamba okugemagana ne bannaffe ate n'ogemagana ne Katonda. Gulinga mu watwa. It's like a tool, right?
And it's like a tool. And there are Bible passages that remind us of how important it is to sing together.
Era waliyo n'ebyawandika mu Bayibuli ebitwidukiza omugaso n'obulungi obw'okwembera awalala.
I want to share some of those with you now on my screen.
Butini ajagabana kunifa ebyawandiikibwa ebyo.
Yeah, so thinking about this idea of connection, we have vertical and horizontal connection.
Buti tulikulingirira ku ndowooza eno eyo connection oba okugaitagana. Tulina connection eja mumbali, twaba ni connection eja waigulu.
This is why we would have music when the church gathers. This is why we would have singing together, because we believe that as we do so, there can be a deeper and more meaningful horizontal and vertical connection.
Naye ensonga lwaki tulina okwemba kuba tuli bulungi nti bwe twemba wabaawo ekyama ekikusike era okujja obuzibu okwogemagana n'okutegeera Katonda eri abantu banaife then ni Katonda mwene.
Horizontal, the grey line going.
Ate kwabanga kujja eri Katonda.
Horizontal is the word I use to talk about community building with my brothers and sisters in Christ as part of my church.
But horizontal nayo gyali kwogeraku banaife betukuŋŋaana nabo abaidye mu kanisa abooluganda ba sister ba blaza.
And vertical is the word I use to describe this deeper sense of connection with God. Even though God is in heaven, he is also here right with us, but it's still this vertical connection.
Newankubadde Katonda atyama mu igulu ate kabiri ng'ali wano niife era waliwo vertical connection eyo nti okwemba kwaife kulina okumulingiriza kumuwa ekitiibwa era kujja yaali.
And here is one of the Bible verses that I love that talks about the importance of music and singing.
Buti wano waliwo ekyawandiikibwa ekyogera ku nsonga oti neeyo.
We find it in Colossians 3:16.
Bakolosaayo 3:16. Can I read that?
Yes, go ahead.
Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly, as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom, through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts.
Good verse, well read. And you know what? One of the things I love about this verse is it has both the vertical and the horizontal within it. And I've highlighted the words there. In the second line, one another, and in the last line, to God.
But engeri lwaki ekyawandiikibwa kino nkyenda n'olw'ensonga kirina aspect dina ibiri. eri abantu, that is one another, n'eri Katonda, that is singing to God. So eyogera nti okwemba kwaife kujja eri abantu ate okwemba kwaife kujja eri Katonda.
So we see the importance not just for the vertical, but also for the horizontal in this one verse.
Tubona wano omugaso mu kyandikibwa kino nti tigwa eri ife bantu ayebe n'eri Katonda okwemba kwa mugaso.
And I'll share another verse that is very similar, this one from Ephesians 5:19.
Era kansome n'ekyandikibwa kino ekiri mu Efeso 5:19 nga kikoba. Speak to one
another. Would you like to read that one?
Yes, I was reading. Speak to one another with psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit. Sing and make music from your heart to the Lord.
Again, we see the horizontal and the vertical to one another and to the Spirit, to the Lord.
Era ano tuli kubona horizontal oba eri abantu ni vertical eri Katonda. Tuli kubona speak to one another. Kabi twede twanobona ano and make music from your heart to the Lord. Leka jeri abantu era n'eri Katonda.
So we must realize that this music and singing together is important for our community, but also important as a way of directly connecting with God.
Era tubona nti okwemba kuno kwa nsonga eri amakanisa n'eri alumwe tuba aye ate okwemba kuno era kwa nsonga n'eri Katonda okusinza ku byandikibwa bye tusomye.
So within this wider meaning of what it means to worship God, if we think of the worship of God as being the showing the worth of God, and the opportunity to worship is in every moment of every day.
Bwe tulowooza ku kino nti okusinza Katonda kiri mu kuba nga tulaga obukulu bwe eri abantu n'eri buli kintu, era n'okutegeera nti buli lukya tulina omukisa gw'okuba nga tusinza Katonda tiibire kujja mu yeekaalu male.
Then we see music and singing as one of the threads of a fabric of worship.
Era buti twabona nga okwemba n'akamu ku kawuzi ke tukozesa mu kutunga okusinza.
So what sort of songs should we have?
Mpeera ano buti awo ekibuuzo kyaida. Nnemba ki? Ne tulina okuba naddo, nnemba ki tulina okwemba?
We need to ask ourselves prayerfully and thoughtfully, does this song show the worth of God?
Mpeera ano ensonga esooka okubita mu kusaba, okubita mu kusiiba, ne mu kulowooza ne mu kumufumiitiriza olina okwebuuza olwemba luno lwenja okwemba lulaga ekitiibwa kya Katonda, luyiriza Katonda kitiibwa oba luli kwogera ku nze?
Does this song point me and those people who are with me to see how valuable God is?
Olwemba luno tuli kwemba lundeetera nze n'abendi kwemba nabo okuba nga amaiso gaife tugalingiriza Katonda era ekitiibwa kiri kwira Katonda oba?
So for me, it is important that I ask people to sing songs that are a sincere prayer to God.
Come again?
When I lead people to sing as one of the ways we worship God, I want to ask them to sing a sincere, honest prayer to God.
Ye akoba nti bw'abaliko b'abantu okwemba abakoba bembe essaala entuufu eri Katonda, bembe ekituufu eri Katonda.
Or I would have them sing praises of God, a song that says how wonderful and amazing and loving God is.
Oba okwemba amatendo ga Katonda, okwogera ku bulungi, ku mukwano, ku kisa kya Katonda nga bwe kiri ekikulu.
Or I might ask people to sing a song that reminds them and reminds those around them of truth about God.
Oba okwemba enemba ediidukiza abantu abeetooloire obutuufu bwa Katonda, amazima ga Katonda, obutukuvu bwa Katonda, enemba nga dibaidukiza ebyo.
We might sing songs that declare and make promises of what we will do in response to God.
era n'okwemba enemba ebirangirira ebyo bye tukola eri Katonda.
We may even sing our prayers that ask God to meet us and change our circumstances. We might be asking God for things.
Tusobola n'okwemba enemba ebisaba Katonda aida atusisinkane, atukyuse, aida atulongoose, aida atuwa amaani, aide atufuule ekyo kyayenda tube.
These are good songs to be singing to help us remember how worthy God is.
Dino n'enemba enungi ed'okwemba kuba bulala nga tukudemba dongera okutwidukiza okugwanira kwa Katonda yetuli n'engeri Katonda gy'atuukirire.
And I believe this activity of singing together has many good benefits.
Era yaikiriza nti okwembera awalala kirina omugaso mungi.
Isaac, I'd like to share with you and our viewers my top 10 reasons for singing worshipfully to God.
Era gyagabana ku niife.
So these questions of what should we sing and even how should we sing them are best answered when we have agreement on the why.
Mpera wano waliwo ebibuuzo lwaki, tutya, what, how versus why.
Yeah, sometimes we can be thinking so much about what to sing and how to sing it, we forget why.
Ebiseera ebisinga we tulowooza ku by'okwemba n'ebigambo bye tujja okutamu n'emba edo twerabirayo lwaki, why tumwerabira.
But if we remember why and know why we consider it important to sing, the what and the how get much easier to solve.
Aye bwe twidukira why tuli kwemba, what ni how ajja kuba mwangu wagemagania.
So I want to share with you my personal top 10 reasons why we sing.
Yali kujja kugabana ku niife ensonga 10 lwaki twemba.
These may not be your reasons to sing.
Dino diyinza obutaba nsonga ddo, yali gabana dide.
But I hope yours would be similar to mine.
Aye alowooza nti edimu ku edo edido diyinza oba nga digemagana n'edido.
Because we can sing and have music because we like it for ourselves.
Tutwemba oba tutwenda nemba kuba tudwenda nga ife abantu.
We might do music and sing because we want people to admire us, respect us.
Tutwenda kwemba kuba twenda abantu batwegombe era batuwe ekitiibwa kuba tuli bembi balungi.
But I believe there are more important reasons to sing together.
Aye ayikiriza nti wali ensonga ningi enkulu lwaki tulina okwembera awalala.
So these are my top 10 reasons why I would invite the church to sing together as a way of worshiping God.
Dino n'ensonga 10.
Number 10 is tradition.
Ensonga ey'ekumi eri tradition.
I think it's important that we remember the history of the Christian church, and singing songs that remind us of where we have come from is a good thing to do.
Wano tulina okwiddukirira ebyafaayo by'ekkanisa n'okwemba enemba editwidukiza ebyafaayo ebyo.
In my English-speaking countries, some older people want to only sing older songs.
Mu kanisa era edisinga ed'abazungu, abantu abakaire abasinga benda kwemba nemba edo enkaire. Tibenda ddayimu edo n'empyaka. Benda edo enkaire edasooka.
And some younger people only want to sing new songs.
Kabiri abavubuka bayenda ediriku.
But wanting to sing the songs that we want to sing is not a good enough reason.
Aye okwemba kyoyenda okwemba tina ensonga enkulu.
So tradition is my number 10 reason, not my number 1.
Kale tradition eidda mu kifo kya 10 taidda mu kifo kisooka.
My number 9 reason is I've written it as creativity, art, theme, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment.
but ey'omwenda yaba creativity, art, theme.
We can sing songs about romantic love or dancing or happiness or being angry or many topics.
Osobola okwemba enemba nga ligemagana ku mukwano, waemba enemba nga ligemagana ku busungu, waemba enemba nga ligemagana ku kusaasira. Mitwe mingi abantu gye bafuna bayemba ku enemba.
But for me, the idea that there is a God who loves me and that Jesus died for me and rose from the dead is the best thing I could sing about. This is the best thing to be creative about, to make art about. It's the best thing.
Ayo y'ensonga y'okuba nga Yesu yamufiirira, Yesu amwenda, Yesu ne Katonda, Yesu ne buli nsonga. Ye ekyo kimuleetera okuba nga creativity ye ajja kukizimbira awo. Theme ye neeyo, Yesu, kusaasira kwa Yesu, okwenda kwa Yesu, mukwano gwa Yesu, omusaayi gwa Yesu, awo nga watambulira.
My number 8 is modeling church.
Ey'omunaana yaba modeling church.
To me, when singers and instrumentalists, maybe even technicians, work together to serve their church family, they are showing the church family what it means to be the church.
Mperano abasinza, abakuba ebyuma n'abawalinga ebyuma, tulina okuba ba modo okulaga ekanisa lwaki tukuŋŋaana ye lwaki tuli ekanisa. So we must be a modeling church.
We use our time, our talents, our abilities to serve others.
Awo niwe tukozeseza ebirabo Katonda byatuwaire, amakina, okuba engalo, okwemba, okuba ebivuga, okwayalinga, okuba nga tuweereza kanisa.
Number 7 is preparing hearts and minds.
Mu kifo ky'omusanvu mwaida, preparing hearts and minds. Okuteekateeka emitima n'endowooza.
As we sing together, our hearts can be more prepared, our minds can be more prepared for what is coming next in our gathering, maybe a Bible reading or a message from the pastor.
We twembera awalala, tuba tukuteekateeka emitima gyaife n'obwongo bwaife era ekyekiri kwidde okugeza obudulizi oba ekigambo oba abali kwidde okwebaza. So buli we twemba tuba tukuteekateeka emitima gyaife n'obwongo olw'ekyekiiraku.
But number 6 is beyond the 5 senses, which is telling me that there is something about music that is beyond what I can see, what I can hear, what I can feel, all my senses. There's something that to me is like a taste of heaven with singing and music.
Mu kifo ky'omukaaga mwaida, beyond the 5 senses, tulina okutegeera nti bye tulikola biswika ku senses daife 8 nti eriyo iguru biswika kukwawo. So nti okwemba kwaife tutegeere nti kusika ku senses 8 waliyo iguru.
Some of us might forget what the Bible reading was or what the sermon was, but the song might have touched us deep in our heart and it might move us towards God in a way that only speaking cannot do.
Abantu abasinga yeerabira ekyawandiikibwa oba omusumba kyabuulireku, aye kizibu ino okwerabira olw'embeidwa era enemba edo ditulera ino okuyingira ebiziba mitima gyaife gyatuleetera okunoonya Katonda n'okusembera kumpi ni Katonda.
What I've written for number 5 is from information to intimacy.
Mu kyokutaano mwaida, from information to intimacy, okuva mu bubaka okwida mu mukwano.
Sometimes the information or just the knowledge about God can be bouncing off our brain where it doesn't really get into us.
Ebiseera ebisinga boogera oba okuba nga eri ku Katonda nga just mu bigambo, ebyo ebiseera ebisinga bikoma mu ndowooza byavaamu, mu ndowooza byajja.
But I do believe that music and having people sing the information can help transform information into intimacy, a close relationship with God.
Aye okwemba kw'obo n'okwo kuleetera kuleetera information okwira ereetera ife okuva mu information okwira mu intimacy kuba eno embeera lya buziba buli lukya wayongera olw'embaku wayongera okuluwuliriza ku isimu lyo ojja okumaliriza ng'oli kuzimba omukwano gwo ni Katonda kubita mu nemba.
I can tell my wife, Brooke, that I love her, but it is better to sing her a song that shows that I love her.
Atera ino okuba mukyala we Brooke nti amwenda ino aye ate kabiri ekisinga bukulu n'okumwembera akemba akalaga nti amwenda ino.
Information to intimacy.
Awo gye tulikweta information to intimacy.
Number 4, horizontal connection we have spoken about. Singing together helps us connect better as one people group and cross our community.
Buti mu kifo ky'okuna mwaida kye twayogereku eira kye tulikweta horizontal connection.
But also we believe, as we have talked about before, that as we sing together, there can be a particular connection with God himself.
Kabiri awo twaba ni vertical connection bino twabyogeire kwira.
This activity of singing good words together, the same melody, the same words that are truth, that are prayers, can help break down the barrier between God and people.
Okwemba kuno kuleetera okukutula ebisibye wakati w'abantu ni Katonda.
And I've put number 2 here. I'll leave blank for just a moment because I want to share number 1. Number 1 is because God is God.
Ekyokubiri aso si akireka blanka buti yayitwala ku kisooka ekiriko banti ensonga lwaki twemba kuba Katonda ni Katonda. Katonda ni Katonda.
So why do we sing? My number 1 reason, because God is God and he deserves to be praised.
Lwaki twemba? Number 1 reason eri kuba Katonda ni Katonda. Ezira kisobola mwongera kuza ky'omutola ni Katonda agwanira ebyaife byonna byonna.
No matter what my circumstances, whether things are going well for me or badly for me, I should praise God.
Tinsonga oba ebintu birungi bitya oba ebintu bibi bitya oba binirira bitya ensonga eri ndala ngwana osinza Katonda era ndi n'omusinza.
Isaac, I left number 2 blank. Do you have any idea what I should put in there?
Mpera no namba 2 agireseewo ekibuuzo kiri ali kumbuuza. Ndina kukyensobola okutaawo the 10 reasons why we sing.
What do you think? Any ideas?
I sing because it's a command or a request.
From the Bible. The Bible tells us to sing together, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't forget that. We spoke about Colossians 3:16, Ephesians 5:19. The Bible tells us to sing together. Yeah.
Bible yetulagira tusinze oba yetulagira twempe.
Yeah, that's it. So if we remember these important reasons, and as I said, these are my reasons. These are reasons why I keep them close. And Isaac, you can steal my reasons. People watching this video can steal my reasons, but you might want to write your own list of reasons why we sing, why it's important for my church family to sing together. And remind yourselves of these things and then choose which songs you should sing once you remember those whys.
Dine ensonga dibeeredde aye aliko iwe osobola okulitwala dda kulambulamu bwo n'ogundi asobola olitwala dda kulambulamu bwo aye era ne Katonda asobola okubiikulira waba n'ebyozuula mu Bayibuli wafuna ensonga lwaki oyemba lwaki osinza lwaki otendereza nga iwe omuntu daba nga dikola mu bulamu bwo.
Yeah, and I think when we have a good reminder of what the Bible teaches us and we're holding close to our hearts the reason why, then it will become more easy to know what is the right song to ask my church family to sing.
Era buli lukyayo tuba n'okwidukira okulungi lwaki Bayibuli etukoba okusinza oba lwaki Bayibuli eyogera kusinza twaba nga tukiddukira buli lukya tuyidda kuba nga tuba n'ensonga enungamu okuba nga tukola ekyo.
And I'm beginning to realize that the songs I want to use are the songs that help that vertical and horizontal connection to happen most.
Era olina okukiddukira nti ene mbadde oli kwemba linoba nga digasa horizontal dageza ni vertical linoba nga digasa abantu ate daba dansonga n'eri Katonda tikweyembera iwe.
It is becoming less and less about me singing songs I want to sing, me wanting to have my voice sound good, me pleasing myself. It's becoming less about that, and I think that's a good thing.
Okwemba kuno olina okakasa nga kutoola weiwe kubenga kusitula katonda n'okugasa abantu abakungaine iwe oli kibya katonda ali kukozesa oweereze eri abandi nimweno omuweereze.
I wish I could speak more than one language like you.
Aneegombye kuba ndogera ennimi eswiika olulala.
But one little thing we should probably add though is what helps vertical and horizontal connection happen in America will be different to Uganda, will be different to New Zealand.
Abeera yerabira okwongera ku kano ebisobola okuleetera vertical connection ni horizontal connection okubaawo biyinza oba nga byawukana wane Uganda byawukana oba mu America, New Zealand biyinza oba nga byandawo.
We should talk about this in another video, but I want people to know that we should not just be copying some other culture. What connects in Uganda will be what connects in Uganda. What connects in this particular part of Uganda might be different from the capital city. It can be different for different people. And the fun, the joy is choosing the songs and singing the songs to help the connection happen most.
Yeah, kyali kwogera kwano alikuba tulekere kukopinga twapesitinga. Nakibwene Nigeria bakikola bati wena wakireeta, nakibwene Kampala bakikola bati wena waleeta, nakibwene New Zealand bakikola bati alikoba nti ekisobola okola ano kiyinza oba nga tikikola waibwe n'ekikola weibwe nga tikikola ano, so tulekere okukopinga twapesitinga. Tuikirize katonda atukozese tukole okusinziira mu culture gye tulimu, kanisa gye tuwerekezaamu n'abantu be tuwerekezaamu n'ensonga enkulu.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you said, but I agree.
Thank you.
All right, thank you everyone for watching. Bye for now.
Yeah, thank you.